Hi guys, how's it going? Hope you're all doing super well. Today's video is going to be my quarantine glam look. It's not glam at all. It is super simple makeup that I've been wearing every day, or trying to at least wear every day over the last month of all of this craziness, and I thought you guys might be interested to see. So yeah, we're gonna kind of chat as we get ready, and that's it. Let's jump into it. Alright, so I already put on sunscreen. I use sunscreen every single day. I'm not going to sit here and preach to you about sunscreen, but I think whether we're inside, whatever it is, just put on sunscreen. Just do it. It's worth it. So I did that earlier, and then I also just put on some of this Urban Decay Hot Springs Hydrating Gel. This is an old product. Honestly, it should probably be thrown away. I kind of just like found it within my collection, but it is so nice, you guys. It is like this like watery gel creamy texture, and it like literally feels like you're dousing your skin in water. And I know there's actually tons of those kind of like water cream, water gel products out there, so I would recommend, because my skin is feeling just so ready is the word. And then the next thing I'm going to do is also just do a little bit of a hydrating facial mist. This one is from Garnier. I'm not like super attached to this one or anything, but I think just any mist is really nice. And I basically, like being at home all day, I use these mists constantly. They're throughout my house. A nice spritz just refreshes and revives, and yeah, so make sure you're misting up. Mist up, guys. So for my skin, I am going to be taking this tinted moisturizer. This is from La Roche-Posay. It is the Toleriane I can't talk. It's the Toleriane Sensitive Le Tint Cream. It's just a tinted moisturizer. It honestly, for me, it feels more like a moisturizer, if anything, but it gives a little bit of coverage. I am not looking to, you know, cover up absolutely everything. I'm good with my freckles and everything kind of showing through. I just want something for a little bit of evening out. So, have you guys been wearing makeup during this self-isolation, stay-at-home time? I'm very curious to know, because I have been trying to every single day. It hasn't happened every single day, but it really does make me feel better. I am still working from home, thankfully. I'm very grateful for that. So I have like conference calls throughout the day, and I'm, you know, video chatting, and it just gives me a little bit more confidence when I'm talking with my colleagues or superiors and whatnot, to have a little bit of something on my face. But I also, like, just for my own self, enjoy having makeup on. I feel it like weirdly makes me more productive, and just like I can take the day on, and maybe just like gives me a sense of like normalcy during all of this, because it really is, as I know you guys know, such a crazy time. So that's the tinted moisturizer. It is like so lightweight, but I absolutely love it. If you have sensitive skin, you would absolutely love this. It has kind of been my daily foundation type of product, but much lighter than that. Now for concealer, I have been loving this NYX Born to Glow. It is so lightweight, and I've just been putting a little bit under my eyes, and then I'm going into all these kind of spots. I am pregnant, for those who don't know, so my skin has definitely been acting up a little bit. I'm like 18 weeks now, which is so crazy. We get to find out the gender coming up here soon on April 30th, which, like, I really have no idea, guys. Like, I feel like so many people are so convinced one way or the other, and I just don't know. But I'm so excited to find out, and I'll put it on Instagram. If you guys are curious to know, you can follow me on Instagram, and I will post something to show. It's really crazy though right now. Like, my husband can't come with me to the ultrasound appointment, which is like this big 20-week ultrasound appointment where they check everything, and it's kind of like the big one, I think. But yeah, he can't even come in with me, which is unfortunate, but I totally understand, because they're wanting to be safe and all that. So I'll get them to put like the gender in like an envelope, and then we'll open it up at home, or in the car if we're not patient enough. My lips are so dry. They just always are. I love this though. It's the Kiehl's Butter Mask for Lips. It is so hydrating, and I just take a little bit. For some setting powder, I'm going to take the Dermablend Illuminating Banana Powder, and I'm going to put a little bit of that under my eyes. You know, I'm not going for long wearing anything. We don't really need that in these times, honestly, but I also don't want my makeup like transferring anywhere or just causing a mess. So I'm just taking a little bit of that all over my skin. And I love this powder because it does have that nice luminous effect to it, so it brings some life to the skin. And I also do like, even though like the yellow tint doesn't really show up as yellow for me, who's more of like a cool toned pink type of person, I like the yellow because it actually kind of balances and neutralizes my skin. So it's just like a little bonus there. I'm taking one of my all-time favorite bronzers. I've talked about this for 100 years, and if you guys can believe it, this is the same one. Like, I've owned the same one, or maybe I've had two, but still, I use this constantly, and it's like magic. It's never ending. So, oh, it's the Lancome one in Sunswept. I feel like it's not the easiest bronzer to track down, but my goodness, if you can find it, it's a winner. I'm going to use a cream blush. This is one of my faves from Lancome. It's a cushion blush, and it is in 23. It's a coral type of color. This one is actually almost out. I have a backup, but I'm just gonna get to the bottom of this one first. I like to just take a stipple brush, get right in there. And these are nice and subtle enough. It actually has subtle in the name, that you can kind of just pounce it on. It's not gonna get too crazy on you. And I just love the way a cream blush really gives the skin a natural flush, like it looks like you actually are blushing. And then I actually won't be doing any sort of like highlighter today. My nose looks extremely bronzed. Whoa now. I'm going to take this NYX Illuminator. It is just this beautiful baby pink shade, and it's basically like a blush and highlighter in one. So I just think it helps to reduce the steps when we're not trying to do anything too crazy, but it gives a little color and a little glow at the same time. A lot of days for brows, I have not been using like a pencil. I've just been taking a brow type of, you know, why can't I think of the word? A mascara gel. But that's what this says, but you guys know what I mean. A brow gel. That's the one. And I'll show you how it looks, because I just lightly brush it through. And it gives a little color, a little definition. But I also think today I am gonna fill in just a little bit, okay? Nothing too crazy, but just basically over here, because this eyebrow drives me insane. I'm just gonna fill in that part there, a little here. But yeah, like when I'm doing this, you guys, on a, you know, what I try to do as a daily basis, it takes me not even like 10 minutes. It's just like a quick boom, boom, boom. It's normally my time when I like listen to a podcast or some music or watch a YouTube video. I'm very careful right now to not have the news on constantly or be constantly scrolling on social media. I feel like I was doing that at first, and it is so overwhelming. So that's another kind of like tip. I'm sure you guys know that, but really try to take some time to not be like fully inundated with the news and everything happening, because it gets so stressful, you know? So in the morning, my little makeup time is kind of just time for me, or while I'm doing it, I might like FaceTime my sister so I can see my niece, that kind of stuff. So anyways, just don't always be watching the news is a tip that has helped me since I stopped doing it. For eyeshadow, I'm just gonna make it really simple, of course, nothing too crazy. I'll either take my bronzer and just put some in the crease of my eye, just the big fluffy brush, or I like to go in to, you know, just a neutral type of palette. I love cool tone shades, you guys know that. And this one here from this NYX palette, this is the NYX Lingerie Palette. It's a beautiful mauve. And for me, I just think I'm a cool tone lady. It's what I like. So I would take a little bit of that purple. I think it's just very flattering. And if you need to tone it down a bit, just go in with this nice little peachy shade. Just kind of all over. And then I also actually will take just some sort of like highlighting shade. I love this NYX one. It's almost like a creamy, powdery type of highlighter. And I put a little bit on the inner corners because I feel like that really brightens things up. And then the last thing I do for my eyes is mascara. I should curl my lashes, but it's not happening today. I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Luscious Full Fan Effect. One other thing I wanted to talk about today was I've had a lot of people ask me if I am super scared being pregnant with all of this stuff happening. And a lot of people message me saying like, I'm pregnant, I'm so scared, do you have advice, like all this kind of stuff. So this is what I'm gonna say about that. It is scary. Of course it is. I feel like for everybody in some way, shape, or form, this is scary. It affects all of us. It's stressful. We all have people we love that we want to keep safe. And yeah, especially being pregnant, especially being first time pregnant, it creates a extra level of stress. However, my advice and how I've been trying to live and how I've been trying to cope and manage with all of this stuff is what I think about. This is what I think about. This is the reality. It is what it is. And me sitting here stressing, freaking out, worrying does not help. It doesn't help my soul. It doesn't help others. It's not helpful to worry about something that hasn't happened or might never happen kind of thing. So all I'm doing is taking all the necessary precautions. I'd like to give myself the award of like #1 isolator because I don't leave my house. I don't do anything. Brooks my husband still has to go to work. He's considered essential. So since he's already out in the world doing stuff, he goes for groceries, he picks up food, he does all of that, which is great. And so for me, I'm at home. I'll go for a walk every day. I think that's important. I go for a walk and I'm very careful on that walk. But other than that, like I'm at home. So I'm taking all the steps I can. But other than that, I'm really just trying to stay positive, be calm, and that's all we can do, in my opinion. Okay, I have to tell you guys, this mascara is not my favorite. It is a very wet formula, so it's kind of clumpy. It's not like looking that great, but you know what? Isolation makeup. Anything goes. For my lips, throughout the day, I have really just been using a lip balm. But for right now, and kind of in the morning, I do put on more of like a color. This is the L'Oreal Color Riche Plump and Shine Nectarine Plump. It is so nice. I love this product. It is like a tinted lip balm, and it just is so pretty and juicy. It's juicy, it's flattering, and it feels really, really good on the lips. And then I also love the NYX This Is Everything lip oil. It is so hydrating, and it actually makes the lips look really nice. Like it's nice and shiny. So that's it, guys. That is my quarantine makeup look. I was chatting today, so it did take a while, but just keep in mind, if you are doing this type of makeup in the morning, it's so quick. And yeah, I think it just makes a difference for kind of my overall mood for the day, along with like getting dressed. I wasn't getting dressed for a while, and that was a big mistake. It was like I would have the same shirt on for like 2 days. It was bad. Okay, so yeah, I get dressed in the morning, and yeah, we're all gonna get through this. We will. I hope you and your families are safe. I'm gonna take one final spritz just for good measure. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing very well. Thank you for subscribing, leaving comments, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a crazy world out there, and I hope a YouTube video can just be a nice little break, a nice little distraction. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.